Hi and welcome to this short video on how to assemble and how to hang the Polanter. Now whether you've bought a kit 1 which consists of one end cap and one tube, a kit 2 which is one end cap and two tubes, a kit 3 which would be one end cap and three tubes, or a kit 4 which consists of one end cap and four tubes, assembling and hanging them is all the same. So today we're going to look at how to assemble and hang the Polanter Kit 2. The first thing that we need to do is to mount the brackets on a wall. So we need to join the two tubes together, ensuring that the cutout on the bottom of the top tube lines up with the lug on the inside of the bottom tube. So once the two tubes are pushed together, like so, we take the two supplied brackets, locate them in the keyway and just push them up to the top. Same with the bottom one, locate it in the keyway and push it up to the top. Now we're ready to go over to the wall and mark the wall. Okay, we're over at our wall now. This is the location that we've chosen for this particular Polanter. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to pop it up against the wall in the position that we want it. We're checking that it's vertical, and using a felt tip pen or anything similar, we're going to mark the 4 holes through the brackets. Then we're going to take the Polanter away, and we now have our holes marked and we're ready to drill. Okay, the Polanter comes complete with all the screws and raw plugs that are required for fitting it to the wall. So once all 4 holes are drilled, simply insert the 4 raw plugs, and then selecting your first bracket, use one of the supplied screws and secure the bracket to the wall. We even include matching screw covers to hide the screws. So that's both brackets now securely attached to the wall. It's now time to show you how to assemble and fit the watering system. The clever part about the Polanter is the internal watering system. This consists of 4 parts. The first part is a plain hose which is calibrated. The second part is the soaker hose. The third part is a straight connector, and finally we have an end stop. Okay, the key to assembling the watering kit is simple. It's just a jug of hot water. This softens the pipes and enables you to make the connections easier. Take the plain solid hose, warm the end in a jug of hot water. After a few seconds, the pipe will be soft and it will enable it to slide onto the straight connector. It is a tight fit. If you are struggling to put it on, try pushing it against a solid surface. Once the solid pipe has gone on all the way to the middle of the straight connector, you're now ready to fix the porous pipe to the other end of the straight connector. Again, we'll warm this for just a few seconds. That'll be sufficient now. The pipe will be soft enough to enable it to slide onto the straight connector. You'll notice both pipes meet in the middle of the straight connector. Finally, we need to put the end stop into the other end of the porous pipe. Again, just heat the pipe for a few seconds in some hot water and then take the end cap and push it all the way home into the porous pipe. That's the watering system for the Polanter assembled. Before we attach the watering system to the Polanter, we first need to attach the O-ring to the universal hose connector on the end cap. The O-ring's the little black rubber ring that came with your Polanter, and to attach this we simply pop it over the front and roll it back till it sits in the ridge, and that's the O-ring attached to the end cap. To attach the watering system to the Polanter, simply heat the plain hose in the hot water that we had before. Once that's done, this will push onto the standpipe inside the end cap. Ensure that you push it on as far as it will go. And that's the watering system attached to the Polanter. Almost done now. All we need to do is add the first tube to the end cap. Simply thread the tube over the watering system and let it come down onto the end cap, ensuring that the cutouts at the back line up. Pop the end cap on. You'll notice two holes, one on either side of the Polanter. These are to locate the locking pips which hold the base to the tube. Remove the two locking pips and simply pop them into the holes. One, two. Also, with the parts is a hose clip which pops into the hole at the back at the top of the tube. That just pushes in and that holds the pipe against the back of the tube. Simply clip the pipe in like that, and that's about it. Your Polanter Kit 2 is ready to start planting. Once you've planted your Polanter, you're now ready to hang it on the brackets that we fitted earlier. Now you can see from this cutaway what makes the Polanter watering system so clever. To water the Polanter, all you have to do is simply connect your hose pipe to the base. The water enters at the base, it comes up this tube, the top is sealed so the water can't get out. This pipe is porous, it's actually made out of old car tyres, and the water now gently leaks out and wets all the soil. So if you think about that, you're actually going to be watering your plants from the inside out, which is the best way to water plants. As soon as you see some drips come out of the end cap at the bottom there, disconnect your hose pipe, and that's the Polanter watered.